Well, hello there. Today is April the 10th. It's a Thursday. And it's 6:40 in the morning. Today I got up about an hour ago. About 5:40. Actually no, it's 2 hours ago. It was 4:40. First thing I did today after making the coffee is I read the news. And of course the news is about Trump because today is just another day in the life of the news. You know, when Trump leaves office one way or the other, there's going to be no news. We've forgotten how to make news. He makes all the news for us. It's going to be so quiet and peaceful. So Trump backed down on the tariffs, as we all knew he would. By the time I post this, in about 30 minutes time, things might have changed. But, and I don't really want to talk about Trump, but the whole idea with this video channel, which I now call Bob's Walkie Talkie. Great name. The missus gave me that name yesterday after the video. I published it, and then we had a telephone call, and she started with that, and I thought, wow, that's an excellent name. So now it's going to be Bob's Walkie Talkie, unless the format changes. I can't see it well. So I watched yesterday the Chinese, I think it was the foreign minister, his press conference, and then they raised their tariffs by 50%. And first of all, I thought, wow, those Chinese guys are so nerdy. They're just such nerds. This guy's like the nerd of nerds, just a little Chinese guy with glasses. But he talks tough, and I think it's kind of comical. And clearly, Trump got the result opposite the one he wanted. So he loses again. He's lost face. If he was a normal guy, he'd probably feel very embarrassed by this, but he's not. And when I was watching this yesterday, I actually took China's side. I said, yeah, way to go, China, you know, fight back against that bully Trump. Which is a complete turnaround for me, but of course I have to be on China's side because as a Canadian, I want no part of this 51st state stuff and all the other crap that's coming out of the White House. Is just so embarrassing. It's just so random and chaotic and shambolic. So I don't want to talk about Trump too much more, but and I know that China can be a bully too. I mean, they drew some lines on the map and they say, hey, this is ours now, to all their neighbors. But when they're a bully about it, they're polite about it. whereas the Americans are just like, they're like a cult right now. And you can't argue with a cult. And we all know what happens to cults. Eventually they implode and end up killing themselves, it seems. At least many times they do. Either that or they're taken out by the government. So I don't think it's wise to stress out about what's happening with the stock market or what comes out of the White House, because it's just Trump is a reality TV star, and he loves this kind of drama. So I've never been a fan of reality TV, except for the first one where they're on that island. That was pretty good. Trump is something you should ignore, just like cranberry sauce at a Thanksgiving turkey dinner. leave you with that. Leave you with that. Yeah. So I was thinking about summer coming up and how much I hate camping. I grew up camping. Did a lot of camping before I was like 25 years old. And then didn't do any camping for about 25 years after that. I used to think that camping was it was fun because you're all in it together. You're at a campsite and you're all suffering together. And I like to suffer. I really do. I think suffering builds character. But the truth is, when you're camping, you're not all suffering together. You're in the same spot. But some of you are sleeping, like me, out of the back of a truck. And some of you are in these $200,000 campers. That's not we're all in it together. We're at the same place. That's about it. The other thing about camping is campers talk too much. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they've been away from their TVs and movies and stuff. Maybe they're cooped up with their family too much. But I find every time you go to the bathroom or go get some firewood or something, you end up talking to these other campers. Irritating. Stop talking so much. I'm supposed to be in nature, enjoying nature. Not going to be enjoying nature when you're trying to bond with me. There was a camping boom in Taiwan in the mid-90s. At least I feel there was. Everyone seemed to start buying camping equipment and going camping, including me. But I only went camping twice in Taiwan. And one of those times was a bit of a disaster. We went camping near some hot springs, and the Taiwanese like to get up at 4 a.m. and look at the stars as they enjoy the hot springs, which is fine. The problem is you're sleeping in a nylon tent, and there's people all around you, and they're all getting up and using their outside voices. So it's like, wake up, wake up. We're going to go in the hot springs. You're missing it. You're missing it. You're missing it. I think I'm missing what? I'm missing sleep. Shut up. So, I'm not a good camper. I wasn't a good camper then, and I'm old and cranky now, so I'm a worse camper now. At least I think I am. So my thoughts are turning more and more to Canada, and looking forward to barbecuing and getting the patio furniture out. When is Easter? I should look this up. Easter is always the time where you think, okay, now we are in spring. So Easter must be coming up. We don't have Easter in Taiwan, which is a shame, because the Taiwanese like ham. I don't like ham as much as Taiwanese do, I think. Look at this river today. You often see fish jumping out of the river. Yesterday evening I took a long bike ride up to the Zilio market and back along the Love River, and I kept seeing fish jumping. Big ones too. Alright, so I have to mention Bob's Utopia before we go. I published a video yesterday and it didn't do as well as I would have hoped. Hey, there's my buddy. I have to say hi. Alright, I'm going to end this right here. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.